everybody, it's your girl Sherry, and welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually Podcast. I am joined tonight by my Bravo Bestie Joey. What's up, Joey?
What's up?
Well, a little bit of everything. We're gonna talk about tonight, guys. The Valley Persian Style Season 1, Episode 8, and then we'll do we're gonna talk a little bit about us. Maybe some little bit of Real Housewives of Potomac, just a little bit. It didn't give much this week. We'll touch on traders a little bit, and we're gonna have a little commentary on that Tyra Banks and the America Next Top Model documentary on Netflix. I don't know how many of y'all watched that. Slide in the chat and tell us about it, because things to say
there. If
you
haven't, you need to watch it.
Totally need to watch it. 3 episodes. You won't be sorry. It was good.
No.
You need to watch it. First things first, though, let's get admin stuff out the way. If you're new, welcome. Over here, we do reality TV recaps, and occasionally we get into some pop culture segments. I know I say it every week, and you're like, where's the pop culture? It's coming, I promise. Also, those of you Netflixers that are in the midst of Love is Blind, I have a treat for you that's going to drop Friday. I'll be recapping with my daughter. She's going to make an appearance, or at least she said she is, where we will be talking about all things Love is Blind. It is sure to be entertaining because my daughter does not mince her words. And there are a few fellas and ladies that she really has some things to say about. So, those of you that have watched in the past, Bria really, she gives it up. So, yeah. But yeah, so Joey, we're gonna start off with our recap, and it was called Golnessa in the Sky with Lab Diamonds, y'all. Our dear Gigi just doesn't know what she wants to do with her life.
No, she's all over the place. But you know what? I mean, at least she's attempting to have a job, which is better than we've seen from her in the past.
Very true. Very true. She's trying different business ventures. Something's going to stick eventually. I was not mad at this one, and we'll get there. I was not mad at it at all.
No, thanks.
Yeah. So we open up, of course. They do these quick montages, but the cutest one, of course, is always Natasha and Amir and those sweet babies. God, they are so cute. They're just
love them so much.
Oh my gosh. They the whole family is right out of a magazine. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then we go over to Mercedes or MJ or Mercedes, whatever you want to call her now, because she used to go by all of them. Her and Tommy, she is getting herself prepared to go door knocking, which I didn't know that was a thing, but good on her. So, yeah, she's doing some door knocking because she's trying to make her presence known in their neighborhood that she is selling homes. Anybody want to put a for sale sign in their yard? She wants to be the one that's doing it. And Tommy is real supportive in this scene. He does his Tommy thing, put the dead fish in the mailbox, send Gigi with the knives, put the flex on the people. But he was very supportive. She is really trying to get her business up. And I know she talked about it in the last episode, but it is clear. Tommy clearly is not bringing it. And she is feeling the heat. She is on go time. She's like, I got to do this for my family because otherwise,
Yeah. Does he have a job? We don't know what he does. It just seems like he has lays around all day. She feels all this pressure to be the breadwinner and pay the bills and the mortgage and blah blah. And I'm like, isn't this supposed to be a partnership? Where is your partner?
Right. I mean, the only thing that she mentioned was that podcast network that I've never heard of. And no. And she's getting ready for, of course, her Twilight open house for Gigi's sister Layla. And she's like, I'm really nervous. She's got 60 clients coming. She's got her bosses, her peers. It's a lot going on. And naturally, she's nervous. And she's, I guess Mauricio must. Okay, I know he's a big deal in real estate. Apparently, he's the guru, honey. I didn't know. I didn't know. I mean, he's
I
everywhere.
mean, me either, but I mean, he's popping up everywhere.
Yes, he
So
is. Yes, he is. Uh, so all good. Um, so our next scene, we go over to Tanin's, and she is preparing for her launch for her skincare, Skin by Tanin, which is cool. She is talking about how she's doing everything, all the production, and now she's currently working on the website. And she has one model, and you got Reza J there, who's going to also model for. And I thought that was cute. And he's
yeah,
done some modeling before, not shocking.
no, I love him. I think that he's great TV.
I do too. I do too. He's a good addition because he brings some of the lightness, the funny.
Yeah.
He's not attached, so it's not drama, but he tries to help with the drama. And he's friends with all of them, or other than old girl that we will get to. But even with her, I mean, I think he wants to be. He's just one of those lighthearted characters. I
I mean,
enjoy
they're
it.
good enough that she came to lunch with him.
Sure did. So he asked her, how things since the lunch that he so sneakily put together to try to get the two to reconcile. And Tannen just basically says, listen, we left pretty much cordial and, but it's still a gray area. And she's like, if I saw her, I would say hello because, I'm not going to be like immature. But she pretty much said like, look, but the ball is really in Sky's court. So.
Well, good luck with that. Because I don't think that like Sky has a care in the world about any of these people. I think she's made it abundantly clear.
She did, but you know what, Joey, and you know how I am, like always this philosopher. I'm always like, God, and we'll get to her dad when she talks to her sister, and I'm like, so it looks like she came from a wonderful family or a wonderful father. What broke this woman that makes her that? You know what I mean?
Like miserable, and the thing is, I feel like right, she's like an equal opportunity hater. Like she just like hates on everyone and like doesn't care, and like
Nope.
she just like
Sure
I
will.
mean, like you've been friends with some of these people for like years and years,
Right.
apparently, and like to me, it seems like they're so like disposable to her, which is like I don't operate like that. So like
I
I find
don't
it very
either.
hard to follow, very hard to understand.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm kind of like, God, is there something to her story that hasn't come out yet that makes her like that? But I mean, there are some people that are just that shallow and just that gross. I keep waiting for there to be some sort of pivoting moment that somebody's going to break through to her, but not even her husband. She's like, hey, and I feel for him too.
I can't imagine being married to like that woman. That man like just walking on eggshells every
All the
moment
time.
of every day.
All the literal time. It is awful, and she is miserable, and he looks miserable.
He does,
And he looks to be, and I don't know. I'm assuming so. He looks to be quite a bit older than her. They may have said that.
Yeah, I don't really know how old anyone is, if I'm being honest, but
True. I don't
he
either.
definitely seems older, but he just seems just like a shell of like a person. Like it's
So
like really sad. And
yeah.
thanks to her, he's put in like really weird situations with like their friend group. So like, and he's always the one that's like answering for her, which isn't fair either.
It's not fair. It's not fair at all. Yeah. Yeah. Which brings us to her scene where she's FaceTiming with her sister. She pronounced her name really fast. It's Sepida. That's the way it's spelled. But we find out that her father in Iran is there with her siblings and her stepmom, and he has severe Alzheimer's and recently had a heart attack. So he's really, really sick. And he's had it for like 4 years. And naturally, she feels helpless being, halfway around the world. And, but she's planning to buy a ticket and come visit in August. My thing is now, I don't know what month it is. But if my sister said, oh, dad, fist clenched up and I thought this was it, I would be on the first thing smoking.
That was like that's so funny because that was like the first thought I had is like she literally just told you like, oh, like we thought like that was it, and you're like very upset, which is like obviously like
Sure.
understandable. But oh yeah, well I'm gonna come in August, and again we don't know what month it is, but we do know that it
Don't
is
know.
summer.
Yeah.
But like I feel like but it can't be like I mean I don't know like what season of summer or what time of summer because like the kids are still like in school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Hence
that
the
would make
drop off
me
pickups.
believe that it's like June, maybe. So you're gonna wait 2 months to go see your
Isn't
father that is like literally on his deathbed and your sister already thought he died once. Like I don't understand that.
isn't that crazy? You
Yeah, and
know?
furthermore, I do feel bad for her. Obviously this is like devastating and she's like devastated by it. Talks
Sure.
about what a wonderful man he was, what a great father he was, da, da, da. And I knew that something else had to be going on in her life, but like I'm sorry, I don't know if this scene was like a setup or not, because that is not an excuse for how you're treating people around you.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And to me, it further shows why you shouldn't. If you came from a man that was generous enough, even though she said he didn't come from like all this great wealth, but he would, bring people, families in need food and all that kind of caring and loving soul was your father. And then you can sit back here and sit and think you're better than your friends and talk to them like dogs and treat them like then it's like it's not connecting here, man.
Right.
So, I mean, as I feel bad for anybody whose parent, who's losing a parent and the parent's really sick or whatever. But God, it just doesn't connect. If I was in that space, the last thing I'd be doing was treating everybody like trash. I mean,
Right.
you would want support. And then she has the nerve to say, oh, I could have used a best friend to take some of this off my back. And I'm thinking,
Oh, yeah. 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 The nerve.
the
The
literal,
absolute nerve.
the literal
She's
nerve.
insane. She's insane. It would have been nice to have a best friend to be there for me, blah blah. Girl, Tannen is your friend and wanting to be there for you. You've been treating her like crap, like honestly,
Mhm.
almost this entire season. You're the
Yep.
one that I want nothing to do with her. Da, 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 da. Like, what are you talking about?
I know. I know. It was so crazy to me. So if that was her intention, it did not land the way she probably hoped it would.
No.
So
Not to anyone
so
watching the show.
no, absolutely not. No. Um so the next scene we have this, which I did not know was a thing. MJ and Gigi go do a aura they go do aura photography, which is interesting. Hmm. Thought it was funny though what their aura red. They got indigo, which means intuitive, loyal, psychic. But like, then the lady was like, you guys like calm and you don't like drama. I was like,
And
really?
loyal. I don't know who's loyal. It's not either of them.
Neither one. I thought, really? Okay. Um, and then this is the time because MJ had found a stone that kind of felt good to her for her energy. So apparently that's their thing. And Gigi told her to grab two. And she wanted to talk to her about what was going on in her marriage. Um, and she explains to her how she's struggling with the whole drop off thing. And really and truly, what she's saying is, she's doing everything, he's doing nothing. Like she can't even count on him to pick the baby up from school. I mean,
Right.
and that's a
Right. Like
problem.
you feel like you have to be there for drop off and pick up, but then you also have to like really focus on like your career because you seem to be floating the family by yourself.
Right.
Like I just can't understand. And then like you're doing all of that and this man can't even like come to like a party or like hang out with like
Mm-mm,
your friends. Like I mean
mm-mm.
like so really what is he giving you? Nothing.
Nothing. Literally nothing. And now I felt bad. Like I ate my words I said it maybe last week, a week before, like, oh, she knew who Tommy was when she married him. It's clearly that he loves her. He's just unpolished. No, he honestly is not supportive in this marriage. She is in it by herself pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel for her. And I find it it is, to me, she's a good one because she remains so calm. And I don't know if that's calm from learning how to regulate herself or just feeling really beat down. And you know what I mean? Because she kind of just deflates. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know?
It's very sad to like watch, especially because like we know her so well, right? I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
watched her for 9 seasons on Shaw's, and she was always larger than life personality and outgoing,
Yes.
and
Confidence.
the social sometimes a little too confident.
Right.
Um, but like the social butterfly, and I feel like I don't even know who like that person is because that's not the person that we're watching in this show. She seems very defeated.
She does. She really does. She does. So, um, at this point, Gigi says that in confessional, she's just concerned that NJ, because she's of course known her for years, that she's staying in something that she shouldn't, based on what she's telling her. She's just kind of hanging in there, and it's not getting better. So she's concerned. Um, at this point, she does let NJ know about her business. Her and Dennis are back to business with lab grown diamonds that she's so lovingly called Valley Girl, um, which I thought was brilliant.
That's my kind of petty.
I love it. Okay. I mean, like, make you a coin girl and be petty at the same time.
Yep.
Like, you know what?
Yep.
You don't like we're rocking the V. Okay. So
Yep.
bad. Here you go. Wear it. Um, And it's funny because they all know she's doing it partially to spite Sky. I mean, and she later even basically she does admit it. Yeah,
But you know what? I love that for her. And you know what?
I love it.
That's the person that she's always been.
It is. It absolutely is. And quite frankly, she, even though she got really pissed at Sky and I thought it was going to go down, she did self regulate and, calm it down or whatever. But I feel like she has thought about just how she's treated everyone. And the whole point of this is like, you know what? This is a big F you back because look how you treated everybody. Look how you talked about the Valley. Look how this is for all of us. It's not even
Yeah.
just personal. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I was like, get her. Um, the next thing we see is Amir and Natasha meeting for coffee uh, with a barista that loves them.
That was so funny because like before like they even said it, I was watching it with my boyfriend, and I literally go, "Did the barista just say I love you guys?" And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"What?" And then I was like, "Thank God that they like brought it up because I was gonna have to like rewind it. I thought I was like hearing things."
No, it totally said it. And then when they went to pick up the coffees, they said it again. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, we pull up.
What
Um,
a lovely coffee house.
right. We don't have those in Eastern North Carolina, or at least I haven't been to one yet.
We don't have them in New England either. Don't worry.
So at this point, Amir is letting Natasha go that he did let Natasha know that he actually did go see a urologist. So he basically had a consult to find out about what a vasectomy would entail. But I feel for him. Okay, so I want to know your thoughts, Joey, because I definitely get where he's coming from, but I don't agree with
I get
him.
where he's coming from, but at the same time, like Natasha has already like bent over backwards, in my opinion. Like she is understanding, she's supportive of the situation. He talks about it a lot,
A
and
lot.
she's very much on board. She volunteered to go with him to see his wife's gravesite. I mean, she just wants to be supportive and like there. You cannot keep holding her accountable for something that happened in your past.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I mean, the woman can't be any more supportive of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you have this beautiful family. You have 3 kids together. She went through a C-section all 3 times. Like she's,
Mm-hmm.
my body has been through the ringer. I
Mm-hmm.
breastfed all these kids, like blah blah, all that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff. All I'm asking is for you to get a vasectomy. I have friends that have had vasectomies. I know coworkers that have had vasectomies. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
And
agree.
when he says that he feels like the vasectomy should be a joint venture,
I
I
know.
almost fell off my couch. Sir,
I
no, it is not.
know. No, I know. I was
My
like,
dad had one. I think he was on the couch for maybe 24 to 48 hours and he was fine. Like, move along. It's not that big of a
right,
deal. You're
right,
not planning on having any more kids anyway. Like,
right,
so what is the big deal?
right. Because if I was her, I would start to feel insulted. Like you think it's not gonna work out? You're gonna just go off and have a whole new family or something? I mean, like, what is? I mean, and again, I know he explains it, but you're right, Joey. He can't. His past cannot. She's very
No.
supportive of all of that, but this is
Yeah.
where they are now, and they have
Right.
all these little kids, and neither one of them want another one. And like
Right.
she's horrified that she's gonna get pregnant. So
Yeah.
totally get it. I mean,
Yeah. Your past like can't hold her hostage with you. Like that's crazy.
no, it is crazy. It's crazy. Um, but like we said before, I'm assuming they will work it out. And they decided at the coffee to just table the discussion for now. And I'm just like, okay.
I mean, that's fine, but every month when she's on her time,
Yep.
don't be surprised when she wants nothing to do with you.
Exactly. And I mean, if I was her, that would just have to be what it is until I mean, make up your mind. Because
Yeah,
I'm not popping out no more.
right. And like she said, like when I'm ovulating, don't even breathe around me.
And, yep. Yep. And I was like, I feel you, sister. Yeah, no. Um, so the next scene we go over to is the ladies, Tannen, MJ, and Gigi get together for some Botox. What I thought was funny though was when MJ was like, "Yeah, I want to do a little this and put a little bit more on my lips." I was like, "Girl, don't you dare!" And they both told her, "No, please."
No, bro, her lips are large and in charge.
Big, and I don't think it. I don't think it looks good. I mean, and God knows she does not need to go bigger. Nope, nope,
No,
nope.
definitely not. And thank God, though, this is where those are real friends.
Yes, yes. They even told her she would look like Mustafa, which I was like, I don't get the Mustafa thing, but I'm like, anything to like wake her up and like, girl, don't you put nothing else in them lips? I was like,
Please,
those
God,
are your
no.
good girlfriends. They're trying to tell you
Yep, I
enough.
completely agree.
Yes, yes. So then they talk about a little bit about the event. They ask if Sky is coming. NJ lets them know that she has RSVP'd. And Tana was like, "Girl, she might come to your event, but she's not buying that house." And MJ's like, I don't know. I think she was so determined to get her there, but because she's in the market for a house, but the woman is just so clear she doesn't want to live in the valley. So I'm like,
I know, but I think that she's hoping that like maybe she'll see something that she does like. Because let's be honest, Bombshell already said like it's not in like the cards. Like we're not moving to
they
Beverly
can't.
Hills, and we don't. Where's this money coming from?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. True that. True that. And while they're there, I mean, literally, y'all getting prepped for their Botox. She gets called. MJ gets a call from the school saying, "Hey, Champs is still here in the office. It's like somebody gonna pick him up." And here was Tommy's time. You had one job, sir, and and she's just freaked out, as I would be too. Her baby's there, she's over there. Not sure how far it is, but she's literally getting prepped for Botox and has all these things going on, and he had one job.
Yes.
And then she calls him and it's going straight to voicemail. Tommy, like I said, she's a good one
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I would
And
be.
like, I'm sorry, she doesn't ask for like a lot. She clearly is
No.
doing everything for the family, for the house. She's the only one that we think is working.
Yeah.
It was one day she asked you to pick your son up, and you live 10 minutes away from the school, she said.
No.
And she has to call. And let me tell you,
Yeah.
as someone that works in the school that does the calling of the parents, it is very awkward because you always, I don't know why this is, we call the mom first. Normally the mom's like listed first because the mom's, not to be like
Yeah,
judgmental, are a little bit more involved in like the school thing.
right.
Um, and let me tell you, when it was dad's turn to pick up and you call mom, whoo, MJ was much kinder and much more understanding than most some of the people that I call.
I can imagine because I'm sitting there thinking the same thing. I'm sitting there and sitting in front of my friends that both have children, you know what I'm saying, that are both moms. And my child is sitting there at the school waiting there 30 minutes. No, I would be livid.
I
And
know.
woo. And it took like what? How many times did she have to call and or text? It was at least two times a text. It was two times calls to a straight voicemail and then like a text.
But
And
she
I'm
didn't get
like,
through to him for like what, like 25 minutes plus or
yes,
something like that? Crazy.
yes. And then he tells her took him 25 minutes to park the car. Joey. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Uh-uh. So, I mean, this is further proof to the ladies that MJ's at her breaking point. I mean, she was like, see, guys, I can't even trust him to do one little drop off. And she was like, how am I going to level up on my career? How am I going to, get to where I need to be and, make all this money in real estate if I can't even rely on him to do, pick the baby up or, do. So I'm just like, yeah, totally got where she was coming from this time.
Yeah.
So,
And I feel so bad for her because I feel like she really does like love him.
oh yeah,
But this relationship, it's just not working for her on any front. It's just not.
not at all. I mean, like you said, literally, what is she getting from it?
Right? I mean, relationships are supposed to be partnerships. And I feel
Supposed to
like
be
this is not a partnership at all.
at all, at all, at all. And then again, like you said, then you have that part, and everyone that you're close to, recognize it. They call her like the single married woman. I mean, she has no support at all. So
Yeah, it's
it
crazy.
totally.
And like I feel like here's like the time where we need like loudmouth Vita, opinionated Vita, to like come to her daughter's defense. And it's like where's she been all season? Let me tell
Yeah,
you something. The early seasons of Shaw's, Vita would have ate Tommy up.
she sure would have. She certainly would have. And rightfully so at this point. But you're right. I mean, even the scene that she had with him, it wasn't even like that. She's just kind of like, I don't know if over the years she's been conditioned to stay out of their stuff now, or maybe since the babies come, she tries not. I don't know. I don't know. But I saw, and this is a side, when he was on a podcast and was saying, like, okay, good luck. Because who else is going to keep Shant? I know you're not going to leave him with Vita. You know, in other words, he tried to insinuate that Vita would be inattentive, can't go up the stairs, wouldn't watch him. It was really nasty. But yeah, and I was just like, okay, so now we're being, because she really hadn't said anything ugly at all about Tommy. And she's been asked several times. Her biggest thing is trying to get to a loving co parenting situation. And yeah, I thought that was like, yeah. But the next scene is Reza and Adam. And Reza told Adam about the whole texting back and forth to Tommy and the fact that he had asked that if they could, talk, and that Tommy did agree that once production wrapped up and it was off, they were off air or not on camera, that he would agree to talk to him. And then Adam has a wonderful surprise. They get a tantric yoga instructor.
Such an LA thing.
Clearly, I was like, okay. But yeah, I was like, all right. I mean, and I'm sure Reza, because Reza was like, who is this in my backyard? And he was like, he's tall and handsome. I was like, yeah. But
He
I
was
mean,
handsome.
he was handsome. He was. But I'm like, dang, I can't fathom. Not that it's not. I mean, I think it's cool, like to work on the intimacy and all that, and probably would not be but who I mean, they come to your house and you're in your backyard. It's just weird. Like I wouldn't. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and then what makes it even weirder is like you're putting it on national television, something that's supposed to be very intimate and very personal,
Mhm.
and like
There's that.
I don't know. Me and my boyfriend were like hysterical. We were like, imagine like us doing this. We would just be bursting out like laughing in tears like, the entire time because it was so like unserious, like a serious thing. Yeah. Like I don't know.
No, it was awkward.
It was so awkward, and this guy is just like standing there, just like watching you. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Not for me. But I'm sure for people in LA, good for them.
It's a very I could see that. Yeah, very LA thing to do. So, all right, now we are finally at the Twilight open house. And I don't know, like when MJ gets there, and we get to see Layla again, um, I was not overly impressed with the house, but I mean,
But not even that. But like, thank God that Reza he was there, and Reza's a good friend because um Reza should go with her to every house she's showing, apparently, because like there was so much stuff that like Reza was pointing out, like the sliding door, like the things are dirty, and there's like
mhm,
weeds coming out of like the sides of like the pool. Like
mhm,
MJ, like girl, you've been doing real estate since we met you,
yeah,
like in like who knows even like what year Shaw started, but like what?
her attention to
And like you're
detail,
so nervous and you know like your bosses are coming and your colleagues are coming
yeah,
and like the house is kind of like a mess and I was shocked. And
was.
also for a Twilight showing, it was like midday.
It was. It
There was
was. I was
nothing Twilight about it.
no, there wasn't. I was I was not impressed. You're right. Reza came right in and got busy. Like, girl, you don't see that crack right there, and what is this? And she was just like, oh, I'm thinking, girl. I
Yeah.
mean, and you got Mauricio coming, and
She's lucky she's on this show and she's not on Selling Sunset because
you ain't kidding.
those brothers would never put up with that. She'd be fired.
I was about to say she'd be fired. She'd be gone. Yes. Um. So she does tell. Sorry, y'all. Losing my voice. But Layla, how Mauricio had given her some advice about if she wants to get to the point where she's netting $1 million a year, she's gonna have to let go of some of those drop offs and pickups. And she said that she's at this point she's just terrified because she clearly she can't rely on Tommy to step in. So then I thought she was like, well, let me call him and make sure that he knows that Reza's going to be here. Joey, and that was crazy. And she calls him straight to voicemail. Layla's like, let me try. He picks right up. Joey.
So weird.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Mm-hmm.
tried to spin it. Oh, I did answer, and you hung up. Blah blah. No, we
No,
heard it go to voicemail.
you're
Sir,
gonna
there
go
are
right to voicemail.
cameras. Even though you're not participating in the reality TV show, everyone else in your life is, and we heard it. There's
We
cameras.
heard it. I was like, no, sir. Again, I would have a fit.
Yeah.
But at, at this point, this is when Reza and Adam do come. They come shortly after that. And talk about, like you said, a good friend. They get right in there and they're helping her. I mean,
And apparently it was like 1,000 degrees. Everyone's sweating. I don't know.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And they're there to support Reza, like you said, it points out all the imperfections and things that he sees in the house that she clearly missed. And when Tommy arrives, he's bringing the ice or whatever, but it was Reza was right because I was watching that. He was like, he said he was going to be open to talk to me, but his body language was saying different.
However, he said he'd be open to talk to you when filming was done.
That is true. That is true.
So I felt like, right, let's give Tommy, and I don't ever give Tommy credit, but let's give Tommy some credit. He responded to your text message. He said he was open. You, when he was there, I know you were trying to help like bring stuff in like the house or whatever, Reza, but like you should have respected his wishes
That's
and
true.
not gone outside, let him drop everything off, stay out of his
That's true.
eyesight because it made him uncomfortable, kind of like peeled off, and then help bring everything in. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? Like, there wasn't enough like understanding on his side. Like, he already admitted, like, yes, I will speak to you off camera. So when the
Hmm.
cameras are there filming, Reza shouldn't have gone outside, in my opinion.
That is true. You know what, Joey? That is 100% true. He did better with Adam, but yeah, when Reza came out, it was just like, mm.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
then
he
for
didn't really
MJ,
talk to Adam though either. He said like hi back, but that was like really it.
yeah, but yeah, true. And then for MJ to be like, hey, hold on, can I get 5 minutes? Because she wanted a 5 minute icebreaker. That was wrong too. Now I'm with you
Yep,
because she was going to
yep,
put him on the spot. That's true.
yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And then like they're both kind of like, oh, I can't believe it. Blah, 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 blah. Did you are you both heard what he said?
Mm-hmm.
And to be
That
honest,
is
I'm
true.
shocked he responded to that text at all.
Me
So the
too.
fact that he responded, he's willing to sit down, is such like a win. So don't push him. Then he's gonna be like, you know what? I'm not doing this at all. Like, let him
Yeah.
do it on his time. He already gave his timeline. We're almost done filming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I didn't like that on either of their parts. And like I said, I rarely stick up for Tommy, but I was totally on his side in this part.
Yep. That is so fair, Joey. I didn't even think of it that way, but when you broke it down, like 1,000%, you're right. No, that's true. Totally right. Um, so at this point, we see Sky and Bombshot getting ready to come to the event. They're in the car, and she off tops like, how far is this place, and how long do we have to stay? So
Girl, you should have just kept her ass home.
she really should have. Her thing is like, well, I don't have an issue with MJ, but I'm thinking, everybody's gonna be there, so
Right. Right, and
really,
you're gonna go just to be miserable and make everyone's time less fun because you're just a Debbie Downer that drags everyone down with you with your black cloud.
absolutely, absolutely. And Bombshot is like, you're about to go, and we're about to go in the lion's den. And he was like, I'm gonna probably get some kicks and scratches. He's like, but I'll take them. Poor guy. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how he does it because he gets nothing back from her.
absolutely not. No, nothing. But whatever it is, he's there for her. And Reza does try to come when she gets there. Everybody's like, oh, she's here. Reza comes right up trying to figure out, like, hey, can we talk about what happened in Palm Springs? And she's like, and what I thought was because she did it twice, the aloofness of like, what did I do? So when Reza was like, like what happened in Palm Springs, and she was like, what? And he brings up the whole way she was rude to him when he was trying to set the table. And then the way that she talked about, where all of them live, the valley, like, everything sucks there. There's no good food. There's no good restaurants. There's nothing good. And she was just like, oh, you want to go down that ish hole again? I'm not doing that. And then basically,
Yeah, again, another scene of her being rude, dismissive, egotistical. I mean, her aura is so negative. Like the
it
minute
is.
she got there, the whole vibe of the party changed. I
Oh,
mean, to be
totally.
honest, it's a big moment for MJ. I don't know. MJ shouldn't have invited her. You don't want that kind
Absolutely
of
not.
aura at an open house, girl. Bye.
Right. And that could have gone all the way left. Um, I did notice that Mauricio went up and greeted her. And I guess, he knows she's in the market. They obviously know of each other, I guess. Um, but at this point, that's when Reza goes over and basically tells the group, like, look, she's taking zero accountability. So, you know, I tried to have a conversation with her. Yeah. Um, and this is, we get ready to do the necklace reveal.
Wait, first of all, big moment that Golnessa showed up. Because remember last week, she wasn't going to go because her
Oh,
and
yeah.
Layla are not in a good place. And I love that she did come. And she said, if I didn't come, it was going to be an issue with MJ, an issue with my sister. Here I am.
Yeah.
However, I do agree with her. that it was such a big deal that she was there, but MJ's husband doesn't have to come, and no one's talking crap about him.
That's true. That is
Who gives
true.
a crap if Golnessa's there? She's not in the she's in the market for a house. She
She
can't afford that house.
she
But
can't afford that house, but she did mention
like,
her father too. She said she would be. She said something like her dad would be upset too. So
yeah.
yeah.
But I agree with her. Like, here I am,
Yeah.
such a big deal, but Tommy cannot come.
But she
Unfair.
said that to her the first time they brought it up, and I thought fair.
Sure did. Sure did.
Completely fair. But I guess she felt like, hey, if I'm gonna come home, make it worth my while. I'm gonna be messy. Of course, like they all say, here comes Dennis again. So Rez was like, okay, I guess we all gotta be good with him again until we're not. I mean, that's really weird. I don't get that. I mean, obviously she needs the money, whatever, but I don't get that relationship. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either because, and like that's the thing, right? So I would hate someone like this, even though I like love Golnessa. But like, you bring him around, everyone tries to be kind of like nice, and there's like a big blow up, and then you want everyone to hate him, and then you bring him back around. Like, if I was her friend, I'd be like, girl, listen, stop bringing him around because we're not sitting around the friggin' carousel with you anymore. Like,
No,
get
no.
off or stay on. Like, figure it out.
Exactly. I mean, it's always without warning. She just shows up with him. Here we go again. Last
Yeah.
time we saw him, you had Adam and I can't remember who was Reza J, whoever, throw him out and embarrass him. And he's to me, even with him, I would be like, no, girl, I'm not going back around there. I mean, you don't know what you want, but here he comes. I mean,
I feel like the man though, he must like love a camera.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's definitely a part of it. Yeah. I definitely do. But they decide now to do the necklace reveal. She's got necklaces for everyone that has the V pendant, which stands for Valley Girl. Now, these are lab created diamonds. I thought it was interesting, though, in the scene when he was talking about how they're made. I was like, okay, I did not know that. I mean,
but I don't understand. Like, sometimes he like bought like a machine to make them, but then like they still have to send them like
send them off.
overseas.
I know. Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't either. But I mean, I thought it was interesting. I mean, at this point, everybody's, different ones are saying, "Oh, that's so petty," and Reza says that's petty in the best way. I mean, everybody's kind of like, okay.
Everyone acknowledges that it's petty, but I feel like everyone had something positive to say after they said it was petty.
They did. I mean, even Reza said, "Look, good on you for taking something negative and turning it into something, good." I mean, good for you.
And
the last
like free jewelry and diamonds.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I'd be here for it. So it was cute too. I thought it was cute. So at this point, she does give one to Sky. Of course, Sky's got the stank face, and I know, yeah.
And she has like the nerve to talk about, well, I think that other people are rude. Girl, like look in like the mirror. You should not be talking about anyone else being rude. It's like really, I mean, like I'll tell you right now, it would take 1 instance of her talking to me the way that she speaks to some of these people, and I'd be like, you know what? Done with you. Have a nice life.
Don't say nothing else to me. I agree.
Yeah.
And you're right, because she goes over to her husband like, oh my God, they're all being so rude and disrespectful. No, boo, that's you.
Yeah. Are you confused?
Clearly. And what I did not, I was telling Joey off camera, the scene with MJ trying to make it right. Okay, like I got it, but to me it was overkill. It's like, you are beating a dead horse. I mean, she did try every angle. She was like, but this is your best friend. You offended your best friend. And she's like, well, how did I do that?
And my thing is, like, you've already had a sit-down conversation.
Right. So
She already specifically addressed to you why she feels the way she does. And let's be honest, you just don't care.
She don't care. She does not care. She does not care. Does not care. She didn't. I mean, when somebody says, "Hey, this is for your face," is this for your face? I'm going to rub it on my dog. Okay.
Rude.
It was
Rude.
very rude. It was rude. It was her way of saying like, "This is beneath me again." You know, like I'm not going to put this
Yeah.
on my face. I'll put it on my dog.
Yeah. And then you know what pissed me off even more than that though? That have you ever paid retail for my jewelry?
That
Bitch. You
was
know what? I won't buy
yeah.
any of your effing jewelry ever again, okay?
I ever again. Never, ever, ever
And you know
again.
what?
That
What's the
was
return policy? I want to return all this shit.
I would too. I would too. And you know, because Tannen said she has several pieces of her jewelry. And I mean, you as a friend and she's buying it from you, wearing it, you know, that's advertisement for you. And for you to just keep bringing it up as if like she ran behind you begging for your jewelry for a cheaper price. Come on now. It wasn't
Right.
even like that. And that was so rude too. You're right. That pissed me off as well. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that would probably piss me off more than like rubbing the serum on like the dogs. Like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you love your dogs. I mean, whatever. But yeah, that was low. And then to do that in front of everybody, and then to
Yeah.
keep doing
Like
it, to keep right on saying it. It's like, girl,
right. She said it again at lunch. And it's like,
she
who
did.
cares about your discount? I don't
She
have to buy
did.
your crap jewelry. I can go buy anything I want. She's a
Exactly.
CEO. She can go buy
Sure
any piece
is.
of jewelry that she chooses.
She sure could. So I was just like, wow, that's low. So, you know, MJ tries everything. You know, she was like, you know, what about y'all are like family, you know, y'all did like Thanksgiving together. And she's like, I have my own family. And then they talk about, you know, what about the love? And she's like, I piss on love. And she was like, piss on love? I mean, this woman just was so
Yeah.
hateful. And it was clear no matter what MJ said, she just wasn't,
No.
she wasn't
She's a
sorry. She's just not
nasty,
sorry.
nasty woman.
Very, very nasty.
We should hook her up with Janet from the Valley
Oh my
because you know
God, right?
they both kind of have like the same aura and they both live in the Valley. Maybe they could be best friends.
They could be besties. Yeah. See who could just be nastier than the other. I mean, it'd be like a match made in heaven or hell.
It would.
For real. So at this point, you know, MJ talks about, look, I'm just so glad I'm not at this place with my friends. She was like, I just find it so petty. And like, she did try. Then Tannen gets an opportunity to go and speak to her, which went nowhere. I mean,
No.
they said hello, embraced for a second. Tannen made the comment that, oh, you know, you look tiny. Are you eating? She was, yeah, I eat. And I thought, okay. But didn't you think it was so good how Vita was like, she was like, Vita, are you leaving? She's like, oh no, it's 8:30. And she was like, well, are you gonna come to my launch? Oh yes, I'm gonna come there and try your products and I'll give you positive feedback. Positive feedback. While Sky was standing there and I was like, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. That was good. And it
That's what
was
supportive friends do.
right, right. And that's what she was driving home. It was shortly after that the hater decides to walk off and leave.
Girl, bye.
And
Ain't no one missing you.
was so bad. And then that's when Tannen sits there. And, you know, it's like this montage as she goes back and thinks about, wait a minute, I was a good friend. Yeah. Think about the holidays, the trips we took, the family gatherings we did, the fact that I was supportive of her jewelry, all the things. And this woman, she was like, I feel like a fool because she's like, I put her in a box like a sister. And look how she treats me. And like it's like the light bulb finally comes on, y'all.
Yep. Sure
that
did.
This woman is not worth the time of day. She wants nothing to do with her.
Thank God. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. And I hope, you know, the group stops asking her, which, you know, we've got an episode next week, which is the season finale, guys. 9 episodes. It's just
9
wild to me.
episodes. Wild. I feel like even like test shows to get more than that. I mean,
no, I know. I don't
and
get
my
it.
thing was, I mean, like Shaw's of Sunset was like so big, right? That it lasted 9 seasons, and even after it was canceled, like obviously there was enough of a want for them to pick cameras up in the first place. So to give them only 9 episodes, I feel like is so bizarre. And it makes me wonder, like, is this like the new thing? Like when we get like say they're bringing back like Ladies of London, is that going to be like 9 episodes? Like, is this how
Yeah.
they're going to start doing testers? I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder. I mean, because and I said, okay, let's be fair. I mean, they've been off the air for a little bit, but they are known. I mean, yes, you brought back 3 of the main characters that we know and love. I don't get why they were treated like that. Like Vanderpump Rules, the new one. I could see giving them like 5 episodes. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows who they are. You know what I'm saying? But you have 3 people that are solidified for Bravo. One of which, because I've been, before they were even on, they participated at BravoCon. They still had fans. They still were very, very relevant. So, because Gigi was there, I think MJ was there, Reza was there, and that was not this last one. That was the one I went to a couple years ago. There was the show might have been in the works, but we didn't know anything about it. So they were there, and people went crazy when they saw them. So it's like.
Yeah, and like last season, look at MJ made it all the way to the finale of The Traitors.
Yes, she did. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't get that. I don't get that decision at all.
Yeah, same.
But so yeah, next week will be the finale, and like I said, it doesn't look like there's gonna be any resolve with Sky. But I can't wait to see when Gigi throws whatever she throws on her. I couldn't make out what it was. It was so fast on the previews, but
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know, guys. Let us know what you thought of the episode. Like I said, it was giving something, I thought we had a few more. But so we got one more next week. I want to know your thoughts. What did you think of season 1? I would believe they're getting a season 2. I would be pretty sure. Feedback's been great.
So angry if there's not a season 2.
I would too. They deserve a season 2.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So and honestly, the fan feedback, people are watching. They're definitely watching.
Yeah.
So yeah. So y'all let us know your thoughts. I want to hear from you in the chat. So now, Joey, real quick, there's not a lot really to say about part 2 of Potomac. Okay, my takeaways.
My takeaway is that we need Candace Dillard back like yesterday.
Oh my God.
Because this show has never been the same since they got rid of her.
Sure has not. They really need her. I'd love to see a cast shakeup.
It's desperately needed.
Yeah. I want Ashley gone. I don't think it's gonna happen, y'all. I know Giselle's not going anywhere, but I wished. Oh God, she has, and let me just say this, everybody talks about, well, Giselle has the beauty. Well, the scowl on her face makes her look ugly to me. I mean,
this part 2, I was like looking at her face and I was like, I remember being like, oh man, like she's so gorgeous. And I'm looking at her. I don't know if it's like the dress, the hair, the makeup, a combination, but maybe it is just like the look at her face all the time. It's not attractive.
It's not attractive. It's not. And I mean, I'm not age shaming. She's getting older and it's starting to wear on her face too. So there's that. But it's not just that, because there are times when she has her hair right. I'm not going to take anything from Giselle. She's a beautiful woman. But the way she was sitting there on that couch with that scowl and that stank face, it was not giving at all. She just looked like.
No. I would like to see her and Ashley go, and I hope that they take Kay and Jazzy with them.
Yeah. Jazzy acted a fool. Mm-hmm.
Jazzy came up in there with like all like this like smoke for like no reason, acting a fool in that hideous dress.
God, yeah, and that hideous wig. Y'all, I was mad at it. All it did, I mean, some people can do it. It just didn't suit her. It just went backwards. There was no part. There was no middle bust down. It just was like a Wolfgang. It just went back. It wasn't even bumped. It was just like this. And then you got this ugly dress with all this ornate. She looked crazy. and then you want to come out there and start all this smoke looking like that. I'd be quiet.
I mean, that dress was right out of like a Tim Burton film. It was just,
Yes.
it was just so bad. And she's the only
bad.
one that didn't vibe with like the rest of like the cast, right? Everyone's in red, and you're in this gaudy silver.
Yes.
I don't know.
It was so hideous. Listen.
Although I'd be damned if I'm going to talk about an ugly dress and not talk about Monique, because I don't know what she was going for. I don't know what the theme was. I mean, if she had walked out in that geometry dress with like the Whoville hair from like the confessional, I would have been like, oh, this is just it.
Right. I mean, well, she said
that dress was atrocious.
It was atrocious. She said it was based off of her love of the pyramids, and when she went to Egypt. But I was like, you missed the mark. You could have done. There are so many things you could have done to do the box. See, there's ways like I can't remember somebody like you could have had it this way, that thing here, and even her hair. I was like, ma'am. And then the thing on the side. And that's a shame because Monique is gorgeous. And I'm like, girl, gorgeous. She is just gorgeous. But they talked about her growth this season. And Joey made a good point how they brought out her binder. I love that.
I love that we can laugh about the binder now after all these years.
Yeah. The binder was brutal when she first did it. I was still not mad at her when she did it, though, because I told y'all I'm not a Giselle fan. She ate Giselle up. Talking about, Jamal Bryant. Good Lord, I went, ooh-wee. And she wasn't, she talked about other stuff, too, but I'm just saying she got some folks all the way together. That binder is lethal. But, I mean, she's a changed woman now. Few things that stood out, the infamous thing about was it's Stacey that was leaking the information back to Chris Samuels. At this point, I think it was that big woman. What was her name?
Karen's friend.
Yeah. I don't even remember.
Oh, crap. I have no idea, but I know who you're talking about. Don't point in my face. And Stacey was like...
I was like, okay, that's a big woman. Okay, I see you.
I'm sorry. I love Stacey so much. I hope that we keep her forever at this rate.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. The only thing is like when Andy made that comment, I thought, the fans really love her. I think she's still giving. She plays up for the cameras and stuff. So she does do that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't get obnoxious and it doesn't go to her head. But right now, she's still lovable. She's holding her own against, to me, some villains. I'm here for it. I mean, they can't break her.
The way that she is not shaken by any of them, no matter what they do and no matter what they say, is pure cinema to me. Because really that only gets them even more aggravated and more abrupt. And she just, okay.
She did. And she was like, why would I do that? I have my own family. I have my own husband. Why would I? And I mean, everybody's sitting there all scrunched up. And she's just like, yeah, I can't. The whole Jazzy Kiana thing, that was stupid. The Ashley thing with Sharice's son. What are we in middle school? Who cares?
Yeah, honestly, and we don't expect much better things out of Ashley because she's a nightmare human. So
right. I mean, I wouldn't let her be around my sons.
No, and I used to it's sad. I used to love her messiness. I thought that she was so funny, and I thought it was such a good for the show. And now I'm it's the same thing every season. It's 10 years. Girl, figure something else out.
Do something with that. But did you see how she shut down the whole question about her sister, the mom? She didn't want the mom's boyfriend or husband to be referred to as her stepdad, and she kind of was like,
yeah. Yeah, and God forbid we talk about everyone else and everyone else's like life and everything about
Well,
them, what color
she
underwear
has
they're
to
wearing,
get it
but don't talk
right.
about her and her money.
Exactly. There you go.
All of a
I'm
sudden,
not
she got a
saying that.
pot to piss in, and you were not allowed to talk about her money.
So yeah, so I was just like, ew. I can't fathom. Part 3. We're going to get Karen, and we'll revisit Wendy some, but there's nothing else to say. She's basically said all she can say, y'all. It just.
Yeah, she was like humble for like the first like 2 minutes they were talking about her, and now she's back to Judgy McJudgerson with her stink face and girl, don't forget what's going on with you.
Baby, yes.
Calm down.
Calm it all the way down. Like your literal best option is to plea. So you are going to prison. So if I were you, chill out. You know what I mean? But that was that. I'd love to know what you guys thought of Potomac. So go ahead and slide in them comments and let us know about that. And then quick update on Traders. Your thoughts?
I'm telling you right now. So I feel like we're at like that. I feel like every season kind of plays out like the same. So here we were, and I have been, which I can't believe I'm saying this, I'm also like a Love Island fan, and I thought Rob on Love Island was a nightmare human, one of my least favorite human beings I think I've ever seen on Love Island. I have loved him so much on the season of the Traders. I think that he's one of the best traders that I've ever seen. I feel like he's the only person this season that maybe have watched the show before and knew how to play it.
That understands the game, right?
Not know what's going on.
Yep.
But we see this every season. He's starting to lose it because he's starting to feel bad about all like the lying he's doing, which we see happen time and time again.
Yep.
Real bad episode for him, real messy for him, yet these other idiots he's surrounded by are still just looking in any direction besides his because innocent by handsomeness, I guess. I'm not sure.
I guess.
I was so impressed with Tara Lipinski. I was like, yes, girl, you got it. Go, go, go. And then you flub it up at the end. I don't know. They're really, to be honest, I hope that Rob just like takes it all at this point because
I think because who else would you want to at this point? I mean, I wanted to go to him. Like who else?
I mean, I would love to see
other than Johnny
Tara and Johnny win it, but they just don't have it. Although at the very end, our boy Johnny, I'm sure he'll flub it up. But Johnny's like, I think that there's two traders left in this house, and I think that it is Rob and Eric. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Now. You and your best friend, you're just gonna flub it up anyway.
I know. And y'all, Eric, hands down, is the worst trader. The worst.
He hasn't said a word since he became a trader. He became a trader and he became a mime.
I know. And before he was the sensitive, I'm gonna make this decision because of this reason. And if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. He didn't say a word, y'all. He was just like,
He didn't say one word.
Right. And nobody's picking up. Well, Kristen picked up on him fast, but she got out of there.
Which is why I thought when they decided to murder Kristen, I was like, oh, Rob's gonna turn on Eric real fast.
I thought.
But I also thought it was weird that Kristen was murdered. They're at the round table. And Mark didn't bring up that the night before Kristen was murdered, she was on Eric's case for being a mute.
And Mark she said nothing. She said, hey, if I get murdered, y'all. He didn't say a word. I know.
Kristen, you ain't got no friends in this castle. Your one friend did not avenge you at all.
At all. I know. I was like, what?
No, but these people are a mess.
They are. So, okay, guys. Now we want to know what you think about traders. Y'all think Rob's going to take it? If not, who? Because I want to know. And then last, but certainly not least, the documentary on Netflix on Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model. Y'all. And you know what, Joey? Because I faithfully watched every single cycle until I think I fell off when I can't even think of her name now. Took over for Tyra. The singer. Oh God, I can't think of her name.
I stopped watching way before that.
I kept watching. And then like so everything that they talked about, I absolutely remember. I remember every single one of those scenes, every last one of that. And I thought, you know, but I think like people say, you know, reality show was TV was different then, and now you could never get away with that stuff now, and you see it through different lens. Plus, you know, I look at it now like, you know, I have my daughter's 29, but I mean, if she was 19 or 20, going through that stuff, and I mean, I always did think some of their challenges were or their model shoots were ridiculous and unnecessary, but they were trying to make good TV. My thing was, and this pissed me off to include a family member of mine that said that they did not agree that Shandy had any kind of case to say that someone, the producers, yes,
What?
yes. And I've had to have that conversation a few times. Well, she knew what it was. She's grown. Listen, so I was like, hey, there's some people out here. And I have heard people say, well, that's the industry. Tyra was just trying to teach them what it is. That's how they'd be talked to anyway if they were really. No, y'all.
So the
No.
industry is that you are going to get FA'd on camera with a full production crew there, and you're the problem. Like, you're like not a victim. Like,
right. And listen how gaslighting it was when Tyra brings up after that happened, that scene, and they're all sitting at the table, and that girl already feels so horrible about how her boyfriend cheated and how y'all, all of that was on purpose. And I don't know if y'all watched her talk show, but Tyra Banks is a horribly self-absorbed, and I mean a lot of models are. So I mean, you know, what else? But I don't think she's a very nice person. And to me, what drilled it home is that Miss J that has had a stroke, and so spoiler alert if y'all haven't watched it, sorry guys, that has had a stroke where at one point he couldn't walk, he could not speak. This is a man that's been around,
can't walk.
right? And this is a man that taught her how to do her runway strut. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's known her since she was 16, 17 years old. And you can't be bothered?
Hasn't gone to even see him.
No.
So crazy. And I think so, like, they announced, right, that like they're gonna do like a 25th anniversary, Cycle 25, blah blah. So I'm like, so at first I'm like, oh, like they're definitely doing this documentary as a way to like hype up Cycle 25. And then I'm like, what an odd way to promote a show, because, and like, let me tell you something. I'm sure you've seen it. Tyra Banks is being torn up on social
all
media.
The way. Absolutely. And rightfully so.
Like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Rightfully so. Yeah, rightfully so. So absolutely, you're right. Like, disgusting. It's so disgusting at this point. How's that hyping it up for everybody to want to tune in? I mean, I'm sure they're going to do it very differently now, no doubts. There is, y'all, supposed to be another one that's going to air on E, where you'll get the perspectives more from the models, and Tyra is not involved. So you'll get some more of the stories of what really happened.
Interesting.
Because even with the one with Tiffany, when she's doing that, I was running for you. Oh, it was more to it than that. She was on an interview.
And a lot of that has come out on social media.
Yes,
about
it has.
What was deleted from like that scene.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So y'all, listen. Y'all, please, if you watched it, slide in the comments. I want to know what you think, because I was incensed. I'm sitting there like, ooh. So I'm definitely watching the one that comes out on E as well. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be watching Cycle 25. We'll see.
I know, and like, to be honest, I was going to, but now I'm like, oh, I feel like I can't like support this horrible human.
Right. So yeah. And then I hated the way that they just cast aside Nigel, J. Manuel, and Miss J. Boop, you're gone. They made the show. Yeah.
They were the interesting ones.
Oh my God. I used to live 4 when Jay would be like, last frame. It was my favorite. Oh, so listen, I don't know. I thought she's not a good person, but y'all let us know what you thought. All right, Joey, any final words? Any
No, the big news this week is that Thursday we get the premiere of House of Villains, the return of Drita Devanzo on television. When I tell you, I cannot wait. I just recently did like my fifth rewatch of Mob Wives. I think it's one of like the best reality shows of all time.
love it.
I am
Yeah.
so excited for her to return. I love her so much.
Yes.
I saw an interview she did today. Her and Kate Chastain. Great banter,
I haven't seen it.
Them. You have to see it. Yeah, go to like Drita's like Instagram. I think she linked it, like the whole interview. But what banter the two of them had. And on Peacock, I don't know if you saw this, they did like a sneak peek of the season coming up. And everyone's like arriving. And I mean, like the cast is like really good. The return of Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
Yeah.
Johnny from like Love Island. I absolutely hate him. Tom Sandoval. He seems to be everywhere. Love Kate Chastain. But Drita is the last to arrive. And she's the 11th cast member. And there's only 10 beds. So it starts off with drama. Like right off the rip, she's very unhappy. And I can't wait because apparently we're getting the first 3 episodes on Thursday. And I cannot wait.
Love it. I can't wait. All right. That makes me very happy because outside of Traders, which I typically watch on Fridays anyway, my Thursdays are light because Beverly Hills is not giving. And
no, it's not.
I watch The Valley, of course, but that's my Thursday. So yeah, I can't wait. So y'all, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week to recap the series finale or the season. Good God, I didn't mean to say that. Take that back.
I hope not.
The season finale for the Valley Persian Style. Join us back next week, and we'll probably be talking about a little bit of everything. So come on back and chat with us on all things Bravo, Netflix, whatever. So y'all have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.